Welcome back to another episode of your latest crypto news here at the Block Desk, brought to you by Blockster. We've got 6 juicy news articles that we're going to be taking a look at and breezing through during this video, so you're going to want to stick around for the whole thing. Before we get started, if you're new here, go ahead and check the links in the description, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and join the Blockster Telegram group so you never miss a beat when it comes to crypto news. Now let's jump right on into it. But like I said, guys, we do have 6 articles we're going to be covering. We're going to briefly skim through these articles and touch on the key points from each one. We've got Bitcoin in a decline. Where is it going to go? Is this the end? We've got Avax edging closer to the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. Could it surpass Litecoin? We've got Binance has been the largest crypto exchange by volume, but there are competitors. We're going to take a look at that. Also, the little engine that could, bright prospects for Enjin, or the Enjin token. Also, later on in the video, guys, like I said, you want to stick around. We're going to be taking a look at the top 5 cryptos to stack up and hodl during 2022. And then we will take a look at, is Bitcoin set to break out in Q4? New all-time highs on the way. So stick around and let's jump right on into it. So Bitcoin has struggled with 60K once falling below it, and has potentially set up a similar pattern to what we seen back in April before the big crash. But there are multiple factors at play when it comes to the market movement. One of the biggest factors affecting Bitcoin negatively has been the crackdown on regulations recently. Today, November 24th, a debate will be held in the US Congress on crypto regulation. Their goal is to protect investors from the high volatility of the market and correct regulation going forward. Next, we're going to take a look at the key points mentioned in the report. So the first is market manipulation. This is a big issue. As we all know, the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency markets entirely can be easily manipulated by whales or large holders of Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. Fraud is also another big issue, guys. We see this a lot when it comes to cryptocurrency, as we've seen with previous scam projects and pump and dumps such as the Squid Games token. Another issue in the space is the crypto scammers that are flooding the cryptocurrency space right now. Another issue is money laundering, which has always been a big issue vocalized by governments when it comes to crypto. Although it may be an issue, I believe it's something that is happening regardless whether or not crypto is involved. However, figuring out a way to prevent money laundering through the use of crypto would greatly help remove and free Bitcoin and cryptocurrency from that negative stigma. This is not all bad news. As I've mentioned many times before, some regulations are much needed and necessary for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency to truly go mainstream and attract more investors. Much of the dip we are seeing now could just be fear in the markets. And as the saying goes, guys, buy the fear, sell the greed. And next up on the list, guys, is Avax. Avalanche edging closer to the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. Could it surpass Litecoin? So when stacked up against Cardano, Solana, Cosmos Atom, and even Polkadot, all Ethereum competitors, Avax stands tall. Avax has seen a tremendous rise in its market cap and overall its price value too. The big question now is whether or not it can go higher, even as high to flip Litecoin, which is a proven medium of exchange complementary to Bitcoin. Created by Avax, a New York-based software dev firm developed in 2018, Avax, among others, have been labeled Ethereum competitors or ETH killers, along with Solana, ADA, etc. Avax is addressing 3 critical issues: scalability, high fees, and interoperability, in a very unique way, because Avax is actually made up of 3 blockchains that are all interoperable: X-Chain, C-Chain, and P-Chain. I won't dive into too many details about each one of those. Just know that these enable Avax to enhance speed and scalability by assigning various roles to each blockchain. And the Avax token connects to each of these blockchains and is the token required to stake and pay network fees across the ecosystem. Another upside for Avax or Avalanche, with its total supply being 720 million tokens and all fees paid on the network being burned, this makes the Avax token completely deflationary. Also, by staking your Avax, you will become a validator and be able to earn up to 11% APY. And with DeFi booming and the ETH competitors on traders and investors' radars, I could see Avax moving into the top 10 cryptocurrencies easily. I personally do not hold Avax, but I do hold similar coins and wouldn't mind adding Avax to my portfolio. I believe that having any of the ETH competitors in your portfolio, in my opinion, is a good move to make, especially one with such offerings of solutions like Avax. So next, guys, we're going to take a look at this article mentioning Binance and the fact that it has so far maintained the top spot as a cryptocurrency exchange by trading volume. Stick around because we will be taking a look at the top 5 cryptos that you need to stack and hodl during 2022. So in 2017, Binance became the top crypto exchange by volume in just 6 months. Binance claims over 30 million daily users and over 350 different coins available for trading and continues to maintain its position. With over 100 billion in daily trading volume, OKEx comes in second with just $30 billion. Coinbase, the top exchange in the US, only handles about $10 billion in daily trading volume, but can Binance hold its top spot? Binance has seen many issues and faced many issues and scrutiny in regards to the US, but also abroad. In the US, Binance has been under investigation by the IRS and Justice Department. In the Cayman Islands, Binance has faced scrutiny after the CIMA declared the exchange could not operate within or from the country. Hong Kong, Japan, and the UK too have all came out against Binance as well. With Binance facing all of these issues and also banks cutting ties with the exchange, it's no surprise that other exchanges are waiting to take the top spot, especially in regions where Binance is banned. Some of these competitors include Coinbase, OKEx, YB Global, FTX, and KuCoin. All are in a race to get that top spot. And next up, guys, the little engine that could, bright prospects for Enjin and the Enj token. Enjin, popularly known for its native token Enj, or ticker ENJ, is one of the popular altcoins in the market and ranks among the top 100 cryptocurrencies by market cap. Enjin at this point, in my opinion, is super undervalued, coming in ranking within the top 100 by market cap. Enjin has gained much popularity, and with Enjin originally built for in-game items, this is a project for the long haul. NFTs coming into the space have boosted Enjin's use case, as Enjin also with blockchain gaming and the metaverse becoming highly popular. Enjin is still in its early stages, as its full potential is far from being reached, in my opinion. With Enjin being an established gaming and NFT related project, this project has huge potential going into the future once gaming and NFTs make their way to the Enjin network. Not to mention, gaming has always been a huge market, and now that crypto and gaming has merged, this sector is going to be huge, and I see Enjin as a network built for the future of crypto gaming and NFTs. I personally hold ENJ token and will be buying more, as well as other metaverse projects during the next bear market. And next, guys, this is a pretty big one. Top 5 cryptos to stack in 2022. HODLing prediction. So guys, with the volatility high and the emotions running wild, sometimes it pays to HODL. In this article, we're going to discuss briefly the top 5 coin picks for 2022. And guys, it is no surprise that with the metaverse being unleashed to the public eye, the first coin that makes the list is Decentraland's Mana token. I personally believe these projects will bring amazing returns, in my opinion, and I hold Mana and plan on accumulating Mana and others on this list during 2022. Decentraland is the VR platform in which users can create, monetize, and experience content in a virtual environment known as the metaverse. Mana is the governance and payment token used in the Decentraland metaverse. Next up is another popular metaverse project, the Sandbox, guys. Sandbox, which is another virtual world built on the Ethereum blockchain. This allows users to build, create, and trade digital assets in the form of a game. The Sand token is the in-game token of the metaverse. Sand has been seeing huge gains since the announcement from Facebook about the rebranding and the metaverse. This is another project I will continue to accumulate during 2022. I fully believe in these metaverse projects. I do believe this is going to be the next big investment opportunity. So definitely good to see these on this list, guys, because I totally agree with this. Next on the list is Harmony. Harmony One is a blockchain in the dApps and DeFi sector and is trading near just 30 cents. I believe Harmony is super undervalued and has good potential once more people realize and get on board. Solana comes up next on the list. Solana is another ETH competitor that has gained a nice establishment in the cryptocurrency space. It outperforms many other layer 1 blockchains in its category because it is able to process 50,000 transactions per second. This makes Solana the fastest layer 1 solution in blockchain technology. This is big, guys, especially as an Ethereum competitor. I personally hold some Solana and I plan on accumulating this one as well more during 2022. Last on this list, guys, for the 5 cryptocurrencies to hodl and accumulate in 2022 is Near Protocol. I actually do not personally hold any Near Protocol, but with its recent preparation to move into the DeFi space, we've seen the Near token price go to around $13 in October. As DeFi becomes the future of finance, Near could have a leg up as it can easily get past any hurdles early DeFi projects may have had. And guys, last but certainly not least, on today's top crypto news stories, Bitcoin set to break out in Q4. With the current market conditions, based on my analysis, if Bitcoin does not maintain above the 50-day EMA, we could see a drop to around 52.8 thousand. However, I'm still bullish, and as long as Bitcoin remains above 50K, I am still expecting new all-time highs by the end of December. We see many types of FUD during each Bitcoin and cryptocurrency bull run. We see many types of market manipulation, but I'm not alone in expecting that Bitcoin still creates new all-time highs by December. Many analysts and investors and traders are also expecting the same thing. It is important to note that Bitcoin has had the tendency to mess with our heads, mess with our emotions, right? And sometimes either outperform our expectations or underperform our expectations. Sometimes I believe that could also be based on market manipulation as well, because whales know what everyone's expecting, so then they do the opposite. But however, I do believe, like I said in the beginning, if Bitcoin maintains above 50K, we could still see a nice continuation to new all-time highs before the end of this year. And with so many new aspects in the crypto space and new forms of adoption coming, I believe it is possible, as well as many other people in the crypto space believe that it's possible this run could bleed over into the first quarter of next year. Even with countries like China and others cracking down on cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, we have still seen Bitcoin stay strong. We've still seen the cryptocurrency markets maintain strength and maintain bullishness. So it's really hard to be super bearish. Obviously, there will be a bear market coming, guys. So it is good to be prepared for that. But just to see how well Bitcoin has performed in the midst of all the FUD from China with Evergrande, and just with all the different FUD coming from the SEC, from the US Securities and Exchange Commission, just everything that's going on in the space, to see Bitcoin and cryptocurrency still maintaining such strength and bullishness through all this is a very good sign. That's all for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this news update covering the latest top stories in crypto. Definitely, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're new, check the links in the description. Check out the Block Desk, where you can stay up to date on all the latest cryptocurrency news. And join the Blockster Telegram group in the description. It also helps you stay up to date and reach all these videos promptly and timely. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button on the way out, and we will see you guys in the next one.